The appeal of the Islamic Revolution was soon felt outside Iran. Even the majority Sunni countries had to acknowledge it. Pakistan, the only new country conceived as an Islamic state, had drifted away from the design of its founders by the 1970s.
A little hot outside.
But when General Zia-ul-Haq had come to power, he'd courted fundamentalist support.
When I took over on 5th of July, I promised three things. I said, first and foremost, I will bring back the Islamic values. I will venture for the Islamization of laws and bring in Islamic values, and third, I hold the elections.
In 1979, 3 weeks after the Ayatollah's return to Iran, Zia issued new directives. Government employees would have to give up European clothing and adhere to strict Islamic dress. Education at state schools would be segregated, and girls would wear veils again. Shazia Lal was at the Islamabad College for Girls.
The principal told us in the morning assembly that there were very strict orders and everyone had to wear a headscarf. After some time, we got accustomed to it, that it had to be worn coming into school and going home, because the atmosphere was changing in such a way that you used to feel safer wearing a headscarf. No one would point at you, no one would pick you out or say something, and you wouldn't have to listen to the teachers scolding at school. One got accustomed to it later on.
Every part of society, including Pakistan's economy, was to be run on Islamic lines.
In his televised speech, General Zia announced that Pakistan would be Islamized. He's introduced a new form of a medieval Muslim wealth tax called zakat and set up a national charity fund for the poor, heavily subsidized by the Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia.
The tax was designed to provide a welfare system. Tahir Qazi kept a small shop in Rawalpindi when the new measures were announced.
जब ये ऐलान हुआ ज़कात का, तो ये ऐलान अचानक हुआ था, जब लोगों को पहले पता नहीं था।
When the zakat was introduced, it was sudden.
यानी बैंकों में जो पैसा था, जिन लोगों का, वो उनको पहले से इल्म नहीं था।
People who had money in the bank didn't know about it before it came into being.
Business का मैं समझता हूँ कि business का ज़कात।
As far as business goes, it wasn't a problem. There wasn't an increase or a slowdown. Anyway, we were craving for Islam. And when the law of zakat was brought in, we felt it was the first step towards Islam.
जब ज़कात का कानून आया, तो हमने समझा कि इस्लाम नाफिज हो रहा है, एक स्टेप इस्लाम का आ गया है।
And after years of British-style secular law, the Sharia, Islamic law, was reintroduced. Pakistanis once again faced the punishments of the Quran: beheading for murder, flogging for theft or drinking, stoning for adultery.
When these penalties were announced, it first came in the newspaper that tomorrow the punishments would be carried out in such and such a place. People even came from other cities, and these acts were watched by people the whole day. Those who were flogged used to scream loudly, but I liked that. Culprits should be punished at once in front of everyone, so that people learn a lesson.
In Africa, Islam was most deeply rooted in Sudan.